Hey guys, it's Lindsay with Momma Schmooze Reviews, and this is our morning basket. This is the basket we read when we eat breakfast and during breakfast and after breakfast. So as many books as I could read to them in that short amount of time, I try to. And this is the basket that we use, and I was going to share with you guys what we read for the past few weeks or so. So the end of April and beginning of May. So we're still reading some of these as well, and I will let you know how things are going. We are reading this book from Bookshark, The Boxcar Children, and we are almost done with it, and we are absolutely loving it. It's really, really great, and my daughter is really into it, surprisingly. There's not a whole lot of pictures, but there's a few. She is 4 years old. She'll be in kindergarten next year, so she'll be 5. And I think this is a really good book for 5 or 6 year olds. If your children are able to sit down for like 10-15 minutes, you could read a chapter, and it's really fun because what we like to do is read a chapter and then I'll take something from the book and we'll actually do it ourselves. So this one has been really great. Like I said, we're almost done and we're having fun with it. This is a book called The Belle of Archery, all about character growth. This is a tale of responsibility. This one was a great one as well. We've read Madeline in London, and this book is so fun because this is talking about a horse that they gave one of their great friends that moved to London. So they had to fly out to London, and it was his birthday party, and they didn't have any gifts for him, so they bought him a horse. And the horse escaped, and it was great because we got to learn about horses. Now, I chose this farm theme because I asked my kids what they wanted to learn about this past few weeks, and my daughter said cows, my son said horses, so I figured we would learn about farm animals. We also have baby animals and birds I got from my aunt, who was a former school teacher, and I treasure all of her books that she's given me. She surprised me with a package of all of her school books, and I have been using them, so this is one of them. The pictures are so beautiful and so vintage. And she got this, it says Kentucky State Park Fair. So she got this at the Kentucky Statewide Fair, which I went to when I was a kid. So it's really cool that they can pass down, or my aunt can pass down books to me that we can read in our school. It's really special to me, so thank you. Also, See Me Grow is a great scholastic book that I love. I actually use this probably every month in my morning basket, or whatever you want to call it. We are learning egg to chick because we're learning about farm animals, and this is a great way to illustrate and talk to your kids about how animals grow in a really simple way. This is one of my favorite Greg Taine books. You guys know I like his books. So we are reading about Amazing Grain, because there's scarecrows and it's farm related, and this is a math poem book that we really like. And then I have a few stories that I found in What Your Kindergartner Needs to Know that we've been reading. There's The Ugly Duckling. Haven't read that one yet. And then there's some poems that we read, and I think The Little Red Hen, but I can't find it. So I just have them on the top, and we've been reading all the books that are talking about farm animals. This is one for my daughter and my son that they love, 10 Chirpy Chicks, and this is all really hands-on because they can touch them and they count. So every time a chick leaves, they are learning some subtraction. So this one's a really great book, and you can touch them and count them, and they love it. We are also reading Doobie Doobie Moo, which is so fun, which I told you guys about in my homeschool mom tag. They love it. It's so fun to read. We're reading Richard Scarry, which we usually tend to read every month in our morning book. This one's a really great one. It's called Smokey's Day Off from Work. He's a firefighter, and he was having a picnic, and then somebody had a fire they had to go help, and it was at a farm, so then they got to figure out how firefighters put out fires, so that was neat. Also, my childhood book that my mom kept for me, the Macmillan picture book, which you guys have probably seen. So this is a picture book, and it just talks about the farm, and all of the vocabulary is in pictures, a picture word book form. So my kids like that. And of course, you can't learn about the farm without the Beatrix Potter book. We've been reading Peter Rabbit, and they really love Tom the Kitten and Squirrel the Nutkin, so this one was a really fun one to read. And this children's book of virtues, we read The Little Red Hen, and we read Kindness to Animals poem. This one's a really good book my aunt gave me as well. It's called ABC I Like Me, and it's about a pig. So we got to talk about pigs, and it's really fun the way they illustrated in this book. And they went through all the ABCs with this pig, and she just talks about how she loves herself the way she is, and it's a great book talking about confidence and just loving yourself. So this is a really great message for kids, and it's from my aunt, so she's a teacher. She has great ideas and great books. So that is what we are reading in our morning basket, or whatever you want to call it. It's just a compilation of books that I am reading to my preschool daughter and my toddler son. And this is what I usually do when we eat breakfast, like I said before. So if you guys are not reading to your kids and you're trying to do so, the best way that I started was just to start reading during breakfast. And it seemed like it was a really great thing for them, and they're seated and they're kind of calm and relaxed, and you just try to read one book at a time, and then try to read 2 and then 3, and then I just leave books all around the house in baskets. I read Read Out Loud Handbook. It's a really good book if you have not read that. And they suggest to put baskets all around your house in places that you want your kids to just explore and read. So I make sure that I have little clusters of books like scattered all over my home in like an organized way. I have some in their room, I have some in our room, I have some in the living room for them, and then I have some in our little school dining room area. So it's a great idea to get your kids to read and just have them available to them everywhere that they go. So when they are bored or they want something to do, they just grab the book and look through it, and it's really been working with my kids. We've been doing it for quite some time now, and whenever they don't have anything to do, I notice my daughter like sneaking off and just like sitting in the corner reading her books. It's so cute, and it's really a great habit to start at such a young age. I can't express how wonderful it is to see my daughter and my son just like dig into books and look through the pages, even if they're not reading it, and seeing their mommy read too is really important. So I hope you guys like this video. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know, and I can share with you guys what we're reading every like 2 weeks to a month. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Mama Schmooze Reviews. I'll see you guys next time.